Hi YouTubers, welcome to Diecast Culture, and I'm going to make a video about some diecast which I picked up from Sandown Park Toy Fair. This was probably about a couple of months ago now, but just hadn't had a chance to share with you what I found there. Starting with this trailer. This is made by Siku and it's roughly 1/64 scale. Real Siku vintage. Says Technische Proof Diecast, possibly. Probably my pronunciation is really not correct. ADAC Strassenwacht. And ADAC is basically the German equivalent of AA, the automobile service, AA rescue, if your car breaks down. And this is obviously a mobile technician centre. Its paintwork's not in great condition, but it's still nice and bright. It's got a stand, and it came with no tyres, and I was lucky enough to find some tyres at the Sandown Park Toy Fair, at a table just around the corner from where I got this, and these, well, they fit quite nicely. On the base, ADAC Prüfdienstwagen, made in Germany, and as you've already gathered, these doors open. In fact, before we get to those doors, we've got what looks like an engine which slides out, and I guess the purpose of it is, well, I don't know, maybe to be able to work on an engine, maybe. Anyway, inside you have these ramps, and you've also got the equivalent door on the other side which opens, and this is really cool. So we've got some rollers here where obviously they can test a vehicle. Now what I got, this originally came with some stands. Well, the original one came with stands, this one didn't, so I've basically just used a matchstick here as an alternative, just to keep that open. So what happens, so I've just got a Hot Wheels car here, this drives on and sits up on the rollers, ready to be worked on. So I've just opened the other side, car goes onto the rollers. That's gone a bit too far now. Oh. There you go. Yeah, that's really fun. So it looks like a door on the right, and then on the left, I don't think it's going to pick it out, but there's basically an imprint of tools hanging on the wall. So like all vintage diecast, or most vintage diecast, this is all metal base, metal body, and a lot of play factor in it. Yeah, I do like that. And I thought I'd try and find a cab in my collection which would match with it. So obviously this is a DAF cab, I think, and yeah, obviously it's from a different era, it's more modern, but at least the colours match roughly, and the scale is the same. I'd have to alter the connection there to make it work properly, but that gives you an idea. Yeah, it looks a little bit out of place. Really it should go, well, it should be positioned around about there, roughly. Okay, so next up is another Siku product. This time, this is a Ford Transit minibus, and I've always wanted to get one of these, and now I have it. So these retail on eBay at around about £20, possibly in good condition, and I picked this up for around about £8. I was quite pleased with that. Really nice condition, and this is real vintage Siku Ford Transit, made in Germany. So quite a lot of Sikus have West Germany printed on the base, so either they decided to omit this or it was post unification of East and West Germany. Really, really cool. Accurately scale wise, I would say it's probably about 160. In terms of opening features, got this side door. So the interior looks as if it's blue, but it's actually not. It's white. The windows are tinted blue. And this has got a load of windows. So on the roof it's got 9 windows, 2 on the back, that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 windows. That's a lot of glass to replace. And it's got a nice little school logo on the back. And then this one at the front also opens. The steering wheel is at a bit of a strange angle. But what's nice about this is that when you often get opening features on a vehicle, you often get, it's often symmetrical, so you're going to get both the doors at the front opening. But on this, it's you've got one front door, and on the other side you've got the side door, if you like. So if a diecast manufacturer wants to limit to 2 opening features, here at least they've got 2 different ones, which makes it a little bit more interesting. And I've always liked these Siku wheels. They're pretty cheaply done. You've just got a design printed onto them, but I somehow like them. Get a bit of suspension with Siku as well, and this rolls really well. Okay, so we're going to place that. Let's pop that there. Just love all these colours together. Okay, next up is another minibus, but this time very different. This is just awesome. So let's just adjust the shutters behind me so we get, okay, just got to put it in the right place, otherwise we'll get a bit of shadow. So this is awesome. So how many windows this has got? It's got 9 on the top, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the sides. That's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's about 25 windows, roughly. 25 windows, yeah, 25. This is roughly 160 scale, again, I would say. And on the base, this is a Roadmaster Impy Supercars Volkswagen, and actually has got the scale here 1 to 59. Yeah, 1 to 59 scale. So I guessed it was 1 to 60. That's near enough. The thing about Roadmasters, if you didn't know, Impy Roadmasters, is that they've got so many opening features. They also get dual headlights, so they've got little pieces of glass in there, which, if I can get at the right angle, they should sparkle. Okay. So the opening features, not only have you got these barn doors, to reveal a fairly basic interior, and you can just see the steering wheel there, which is on a really long column, really long stick. At the back you've got the boot if you want, and if that wasn't enough, you've also got this engine cover. There you go. So you've got an imprint of the engine. Just trying to get the light here right because of the shade. That's better. So how cool is that? Just close that up. Left one goes first. And in terms of condition of this, it's not bad. This is probably about a late 1960s, early 70s, maybe mid 70s. I don't know, that era, roughly. And it's got suspension. Oh, in terms of play features, if those doors weren't enough, you've also got a little bit of steering here, so that you can set the axle to steer in the direction that you want. Admittedly, it's fairly limited, but you know, just consider the play value of that compared to standard diecast today. That's just so cool. Yeah, the windows are a bit dusty, could do with a wash. There's no tampo work on this, so it would be nice to maybe detail those lights at the back, maybe the number plate. Yeah, there's a bit of quality control there, where they've spray painted the VW sign silver, and there's a little bit of overpaint onto the original blue. Okay, so let's pop that over there maybe. Okay, so next up, there's 3 more vehicles to take a look at, and they're all new in their boxes. We'll look at the first one, which is 50th anniversary Hot Wheels Super Fast, and this is a 1932 Ford pickup. I picked this up from the Toy Fair for £2.50, which I really don't think was that expensive. He actually had loads of them, but yeah, one was enough for me. So there's a couple of things about this that I'm hoping for. Obviously it's a little bit better than a standard mainline, so it's semi-premium. What I'm hoping for is that the opening features on this, that the doors which open are made of metal and not plastic. If they're made of plastic, I'd be really disappointed. And I also hope that the tyres are rubber, because the wheels are really, really nice. Bit of detail on this. So this is a really cool pickup truck. One of the earliest ones, must be 1932. So it comes in its box. Well, it comes with a cardboard box. So yeah, let's have a look at it. It's fairly lightweight actually. Right, tyres. Yes, they are rubber tyres. That is really cool. We've got a plastic base. We've also got plastic outriders, whatever they're called, wings. So in fact, the only metal thing on it is the actual cab and this surround of the bed. Not even the floor of the bed is metal. So yeah, the plastic metal ratio, I have to say, is disappointing. And this door, is that metal? Yes, it is. So at least they've done the door metal, and that's actually quite nice to have that door, a feature like that opening. Actually looks like a front door. It's so rectangular. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I can the guy who was selling these, he had like I said, he had a load of them, and I was quite surprised that he was asking £2.50 for them. If it was me selling, I probably would ask at least £5, to be honest with you. Okay, so I think that says super fast. Yeah, so my verdict, a little bit lightweight, a bit too much plastic, but it looks quite nice. Right, so the next find I came across is this Range Rover, Land Rover, well, Land Rover, Range Rover. This is a Greenlight Motor World product, which means the Motor World is basically the more mainline version of Greenlight. So it comes with plastic base and probably plastic tyres, so a little bit more lightweight, but you're still getting the same casting quality and paint detail that you would expect from a Greenlight. And I was very happy to pick this up. I don't have a Range Rover of this era, and I paid, from memory, I think it was about £3. Really not a lot of money. So there's no opening features on this. It's just kind of bog standard, but you got a nice detailed interior. You can see the steering wheel there, and kind of a little bit of a gear stick just about. In terms of scale, this is pretty much bang on 1/64 scale. It's quite a nice sized casting. Seats are nicely positioned inside. Okay, so we've got one more. This time it is a Hot Wheels. Oops. And this is another one that I always wanted to get my hands on. Finally I did. Again, this one I paid around about £2.50 for. It really wasn't a lot of money. In fact, it might have been less than that. So this is a 1979 Ford F-150. And what I like about this is the length of the bed. So it's probably got a 7-foot or 8-foot bed. Really long wheelbase. So Hot Wheels haven't stinted on the length of this casting. And in fact, this is really cool. I really do like it. 1/64 scale. And just trying to understand that logo design on the side. So the canopy at the back is plastic. It's kind of like, yeah, it's solid. It's not semi-translucent even. Bit unusual. It's kind of wraps around and forms part of the tailgate as well. And you've got an impression of windows. I tried to take it off earlier. It doesn't come off, so it's well fixed in there. But yeah, I like this. So if you compare it with the Range Rover in terms of length, you can see it's a long piece. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed seeing these diecast toys. I've certainly enjoyed having a look at them, talking about them, unpacking them. Take care, happy diecast hunting, and also, yeah, just enjoy the hobby. Don't buy too much, always an easy thing to say. I've got to a stage where I really feel I want to stop buying now. I've been collecting since 2012, so it's quite a long period of time. And I've pretty much got everything I actually want, although we always see things which we didn't know we wanted until we see them. But I'm now in a process of listing parts of my collection on eBay just to reduce the amount that I've got. Yeah, happy hunting, responsible hunting, and speak to you soon. Bye.
It's getting harder, you turn my heart up, throw me in water. I'm getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing. Oh, I think I'm overdosing.